Hey everyone, Richard Metalfan here, bringing you guys an old school album review, and today we're going to be looking into one of my all-time favorite albums, and today marks the 30th anniversary of this album, and as you can see below the title, today we're going to be looking into Abigail by King Diamond. And for the occasion, I'm also wearing my King Diamond Abigail shirt from when I saw them play this whole album in its entirety, and back in November 2015, which I first got this shirt, and that was a great show. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the album Abigail, released on February 24th, 1987, only a year after their debut album, Fatal Portrait, which is kind of crazy. See, and honestly, this album is King Diamond in its prime, one of the best, his best album period. Like, all King Diamond's material is great, but this, I think showcases I love even more. The production on this album is spot on, produced by the man himself, King Diamond. Like everything is where it needs to be, and the songwriting and just the musicianship on this album is perfect. I mean, King Diamond's voice shines really great on this album. I mean, it did it on Fatal Portrait, but this I think showcases even more, especially in like the vocal range from the King himself. He does a lot more falsettos on this album compared to Fatal Portrait. And I think the guy is like, well, now he's like 60 years old, but damn, he still has that same voice did on this album and still today. Guitar wise, Andy LaRocque and Michael Denner showcase some really great guitar riffs and solos, and just the guitar tone on this album is perfect. The bass playing is a little bit more audible from Timmy Henson. You could definitely showcase his bass licks on this album. He can hear it a lot more in the mix. And drumming wise, Mickey D does a really great job in the drumming department, and I think he's pretty much the best drummer that King Diamond has had. And this album, Abigail, is the band's first ever concept album, which I'm not going to go into the concept. I mean, I just like to go into the tracks, which started off with track 1, which is Funeral, which is a brief but eerie intro with some keys in there and some spooky sounding spoken words. Gives me chills when I first heard it, but damn, I think it's a really good song. Then we go right into Arrival. Right from the start, you can tell that there's something special about this song, and it's pretty much one of the best songs in there. It sort of gets me pumping. A Mansion in Darkness just offers some great speed metal, just some really good bridge in there, and some really great riffing on this song. I love this song. And then we get to pretty much my favorite song on the album, The Family Ghost. One of the best tracks on this album. Just some really groove-laden rhythms. I freaking love this song. It just showcases King's voice. The Seventh Day of July of 1777, which is a storytelling in the lyrics and some really good guitar solos in there. Omens. It's just a very simple song. It's very straightforward. Possession, shredding track with some great singing and great lyrics. And then we go into the song, the title track, Abigail, which is a great song. It's, to me, it's very visionary and revolutionary, and everything is perfected on this song. Another one of my favorite songs on this album. And then the album has a really great closer, which is Black Horseman, which is like an epic way to end this album. It just starts off with some very beautiful full acoustic guitars and just some very eerie verses and some really great falsettos from King Diamond. I think that's a great way to end this album. Now, of course, if you get the remastered version of this album, which is what I have right here, it comes with some bonus tracks, with the bonus track called Shrine, which, I mean, I think it's a pretty good album. Only gripe I wish when I saw them is that they wish they would have played this song since it was part of it. And of course, it has some different mixes of A Mansion in Darkness, A Family Ghost, and To Possession, sort of like the rough mixes, which I thought were alright, but doesn't compare to the original mixes. But anyway, overall, Abigail by King Diamond is a great album. This is one of my all-time favorite albums. If I were to give this a score, I'd probably give this a solid 10 out of 10. It's like that great. Like, everything is where it needs to be. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you think of this album. And I'll see you all in the next video, and keep it metal.